Good morning, or good afternoon, Mayor.
Good afternoon.
Excuse me. So this isn't the first time that Kim Foxx has rejected charges when there's been a significant amount of evidence to press charges. Do you think it's time to have a federal investigation of her office?
Well, I don't really link those two together. What I know is, having been a prosecutor myself, having been briefed and looked at the evidence, I see grounds for charges. Now, I'm not the prosecutor there, but what I'm asking is, she's got to explain to the public why, given that evidence, a pod camera right there that captured the entire thing, police officers on the scene, a uniformed squad car there, why that isn't enough when what we understand the facts to be based upon the evidence captured on the pod cameras is you have cars circling, and then three individuals coming out of that car and opening fire on a residence. I don't understand why that's not enough evidence to charge the remaining two initial shooters with something. They weren't just shooting into that house for no reason. And they clearly were not mutual combatants. They clearly were not shooting in self-defense when they initiated the gunfire. So we just are saying, please get involved personally. Explain to us why you made the decisions that you were, but more importantly, to reconsider it, because we believe that the evidence is there. Look, we've got to be able to explain to residents, not only on that block, but across the city, why it is when you have this kind of evidence, a videotape showing exactly what happened, why charges weren't brought. And I'm hard-pressed to explain that, because it doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't think it makes any sense to the local aldermen who are on the front lines of this, but also the residents of that neighborhood. I think that this is a decision that has to be reconsidered, and I urge the state's attorney to do just that.
You think it's time for her to step down? And what did you write specifically in your letter to her? Well,
we'll release a copy of the letter, but it follows what I've said, which is we're concerned about what happened. We believe that there's sufficient evidence to at least charge the initial shooters. And then I think the people that were in the house that were returning fire, I don't think that they should get a pass either. Since when do we have a household that has that many guns, that kind of firepower, and clearly weapons that had been converted to be automatic weapons, both on the parts of the initial shooters and the people that were in the house? And it became a SWAT incident, as I'm sure you know. So time for her to step down? Look, I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about is what we have to do in collaboration with the county, the state's attorney, the courts, and the jails to make our neighborhood safe. And I'll repeat it again. If the bad guys that are out there that are picking up guns and shooting without any regard for the sanctity of life do not believe that there's accountability for them, the brazenness will not end. It will escalate, it will continue, and our communities will not be safe. So when our police officers work their tails off to put together these cases and present them to the state's attorney, my expectation is that due consideration will be given. And this one is one where I just don't understand why felony charges were not approved on Friday night or Saturday when they were presented to the state's attorney's office. And I would like to see her reconsider that decision and at least charge the two people who initiated the gunfire. One of the weapons that they used, by the way, was a handgun that had been converted into an automatic pistol, meaning it could fire like a machine gun. Really? There's no charges that could be brought? I think there could.